If you've clicked on this video, you want to know the answer to what I posted in the thumbnail. How did DJI beat out GoPro? Well, you want to know the answer? Stay tuned because you're watching Blue Collar Guy. Okay, so I'm going to keep this very short and very sweet. DJI isn't winning the action camera wars or the pocket camera wars because of the video quality per se. The video quality is very good, 10-bit color, everything looks amazing video-wise. But GoPro looks pretty good too, and so does some of the other competition. How they're winning is with the audio. So DJI realized that audio is very, very important when it comes to creating content. They make some of the best wireless microphone systems that money can buy. They sell for like $350. And over the time period, they've had the Pocket 1, the Pocket 2, which you could get some kind of a microphone setup. But now they made the Pocket 3, and it has the DJI Mic 2, which came with the Creator Combo. It has 32-bit float, so that you don't have to worry about clipping or loud noises, distortion. You can save your audio. But then they came up with an update, and the update has to do with this little action camera right here, and that would be the DJI Action 4. So the DJI Action 4 also became popular because it has a very similar menu system as the Pocket 3. The navigation is very similar. You know, how you find out your battery, the zoom, everything is in pretty much the same spot as the Pocket 3, including how the microphone works. So this microphone connects to this. But how would that beat out GoPro? GoPro, you can connect microphones to GoPro too, right? Yeah, you can. And you can even connect them to the Action 3. But the only problem is that you have to go through this little USB port right here. And when you go through a USB port, especially on the GoPro, you got to take the whole door off, you know, and then you got to connect, this whole door's got to come off, and then you got to connect everything to that. Then you have another $350 wireless microphone setup connected to that, and all that's connected to a handle. You've got to make sure that that's recharged. Yeah, it starts to get a little bit complicated, and there's a lot more work involved. You have to have more mounts. It just makes it not as user-friendly. So having this little microphone just connect to this without needing anything, not only is it simpler, but guess what? Now when I close this, I have a waterproof camera that can go under the water while it's still connected to this. So even if I took this camera and put it in, let's say it fell into a stream, let's say I dropped my, let's say I had it on my handle, okay, and it fell out of my hand and it landed in a stream, and I had it hooked up to a different type of microphone system. That water is going to enter the camera's electronics and it's going to destroy it. It's not only going to destroy the camera, it's going to destroy your wireless microphone system that you could have paid $350 for. If I did that today, I would just pick up my camera. Maybe I have to replace this lens cap. That's it. That's it. More than likely, I'll just pick it up out of the water and I'll be like, okay, we're good. That's a big difference. It's also a lot cleaner. Look how clean that is. There's nothing attached to it. I don't have all this nonsense to look at and try to make sure it's plugged in right. I don't have to recharge something else. I can recharge this separately. So then they also had the magnetic mount, which does this: vertical, horizontal. This is the small rig attachment, by the way. I talk about it in one of my shorts. And then this is actually the tripod stand that came with the Pocket 3. See, look, you can use it with the Action 4. Little ball mount. I can point it up, whatever. You get what I'm getting at. So that's how they're winning. They're making things simple, economical, and it just works. The microphone sounds good, the video is good. That's all people ever wanted. When I upload these videos, by the way, to my phone, they upload at a very fast rate compared to the GoPro as well. I mentioned that before in other videos, but I can't stress that enough, because when you're making YouTube videos, you want to get them done so you can move on to the next video, or you can move on with something else that you want to do. So did this little microphone just change everything for DJI? I think it did. I think that once people look at somebody vlogging beside them and saying, wow, that looks like a much cleaner setup than the rig that I'm using, they're going to switch over to that for ease of use alone. And I can see it, but can you see it? Can you also see the value of maybe doing some underwater shots by taking this camera, maybe getting a long extension pole, shooting some fish, and still having your audio go into the camera in a clean manner? There's some value in that too. You don't have to do any syncing up later. So that's it for this video. I'm not going to ramble on too much about microphones or you know, how things are syncing up. I have other videos for that. But I will tell you that when it comes to vlogging, connecting things together, like I can put the DJI Action on this mount with the Pocket 3 and have one facing one way, one facing another way, and it's still a small setup with a wireless microphone. You can't do that with any other type of system. You're not going to get it that small, that compact, and with that level of video quality. That magnetic mount, you know, I can't get over, you know, like really, it's just, it blows my mind just how quick that is, you know, and how fast. The screen, by the way, orientates to the direction it's in, so you don't have to worry about even flipping it. It does it all by itself, you know. You can get filters. The list goes on, you know. They are listening to the customers. And, you know, take a look at this, how small that is. You know, you take that into a restaurant, it's not any much bigger than your phone. I've had other rig setups before. You put a mirrorless camera on a gimbal, you take that into a restaurant, you're going to have everyone in the restaurant looking at you. They may even ask you to leave. They'll say, no, I'm sorry, sir, you can't film here. They don't bother people that are filming with their smartphones. So anything that approaches smartphone size is usually not that intimidating. They don't consider that to be a visual, you know, I guess something that would make them uncomfortable. Anyways, that's it. 10 minutes. Why they're winning, and they are. Would you take your GoPro and put it in a bucket of water with the door open? You would not do that. If I was a weatherman, or a person that worked for a news agency and I had to do hurricanes or tornadoes, I would take a DJI Action 4 because it's got the 10-bit. You can color grade, professional, has time code. This microphone, wrap it up in plastic. I would plug a lavalier microphone into it. And now I have a somewhat waterproof microphone setup that I can link wirelessly with the camera that water can no longer get into. Has fast charging, so if you have to do another shot, you can do fast charging. A news agency would love this camera. How could they not? When things get better, they can use this one. They can get those gimbal shots. They can get those blurry background shots. This is how DJI's winning. They bought Hasselblad. Who's Hasselblad? Look it up. There's pictures of Hasselblad photos from the moon. This is how they're winning. Anyways, take care, be safe at work, and I'll see you at the next video.